So a lot of people look at, you know, some sort of initiative like Empower Youth or any kind of charity or outreach program, and they often think you kind of have both ends of the spectrum. A lot of people will think, well, if you can just throw enough money at it, the problem will go away. Other people might think, you know, if I just tell these people to work harder and provide for themselves, kind of pick themselves up by their own bootstraps, the problem will go away. I feel like the answer is somewhere in the middle. Can you kind of tease out where you think that line is and what people can do to both help and enable others to help themselves?
So I think the big thing for us is, to be honest, it was too big of an issue for us to tackle with adults. And that's why we're focusing with the kids. You know, you start talking to these kids again about what they want to do or what they think they're going to do after school when they're getting ready to graduate. And it's funny that so many of them will come back to, well, mom works at McDonald's, or, you know, dad works at AutoZone, and they're just going to work in town where they're at and not realizing that the world's a lot bigger than that town. So to have other people to come alongside of them and to open up their mind and their dreams bigger than that town, you know, that's probably the biggest thing, is just, again, partnering alongside of these kids for us. Again, gaining the trust of the families to allow us to work with those kids and to just cast a bigger vision. You know, again, my opinion from me and my life is my grandparents were such an influence for me. And here they, you know, owned rental property, they owned businesses, they built houses, they did so much. So it would always inspire me to be like my grandparents. These kids don't have their grandparents. And like I say, some of them don't even have their parents. So they need people like us out in the community who want to see people do better and want to make our community better, partnering along these kids so they can see that there's a whole nother world out there other than that little town or that little Section 8 subdivision or community they're in or apartment complex, and let them know there's more out there than that.
Yeah, it kind of enables them to think beyond just their current circumstance.
That's right.
Right. And so you help by building the relationship and empowering them to start dreaming bigger than just their current context.
That is it.
That's awesome. That's great.